Hi, I'm Philip Hundl. I'm an attorney in Texas. My law practice focuses on representing landowners in land partition matters or condemnation proceedings, eminent domain proceedings. I'd like to focus on partitions. I've seen a surge in partitions as of late, and so we've been doing a kind of a video series. And so now this section I'd like to talk about partition by sale. And we spend most of the time talking about partitions and partitions in kind, where the special commissioners would divide up the land. Once the judge has determined that the land can be divided, but there are some occasions when the court determines that, and the parties possibly are asking for the court to sell the property. So partition the property by sale. Which means ordering it sold, and once it's sold, that the proceeds are divided according to however the judge has decided, according to the interest and any offsets and credits. So let's kind of break that down and unpack that just quickly. So the best example is a house on a lot in town, right? And there's multiple owners. Let's just say 4 co-owners, and there's a lot in town with a house. And each of the co-owners owns 25%, undivided interest. Very difficult, obviously, for the court to figure out a way to divide up a house 4 ways. And so in those situations, I would say most likely, or what I have seen is the court has always decided to go ahead and partition the land by sale. And at the first trial or first hearing, it is technically a trial. The court determines that the land cannot be divided in kind, and then the land is ordered sold, and then the proceeds divided amongst the co-owners. How exactly does that work? It varies from court to court, judge to judge, and what the attorneys are asking the court to do regarding or related to the sale of the property. But typically the court will appoint you can call it several different things, but a receiver, a temporary receiver, oftentimes a local realtor, to list the property, and then obviously hopefully it sells, and then the proceeds are divided however the court has determined at that first hearing. Let's just say that the court has determined that one of the co-owners has improved the property, or been paying taxes for a long time, or whatever credit that the court decides is reasonable for this co-tenant or co-owner to receive in addition. He or she would receive his 25%, and then possibly an additional $5,000 or $10,000, depending on what the court determines is the credit to that. And that would obviously take away slightly from the other 3 that own 25% each. So hopefully that example makes somewhat sense on how a partition by sale is conducted. Now, we'll go into partition by sale or a buyout in the heirs property situation. But right now, this just relates to when the court determines that it cannot be divided in kind or partitioned in kind, is ordered sold. Hopefully that's helpful. Good luck.